Good morning, folks, and welcome back to another episode of the Wagon Wheel of Wisdom. I am Kevin, your host. Behind me, as usual, the beautiful wagon wheel, and hopefully still a little wisdom up here. Just wanted to kind of share where I'm at this morning, I guess. Last night, again, I don't know how you guys are doing with getting to sleep. Getting to sleep hasn't been an issue. Staying asleep has. I woke up at around 2 o'clock after falling asleep around 9:30, and the thoughts in my head started racing pretty good. And like I wake up, and of course her name's going through my mind. So I threw in an Eckhart Tolle meditation, put that in my ears. That was about 30 minutes long, and then managed to get back to sleep until about 5:30. Within the time I fell back asleep and until 5:30, I had a dream about her, and you'll never guess what she was doing in the dream. Running. I was chasing, she was running. I'm beginning to believe, the more consistent that these dreams are appearing with the exact same dynamic, the same outcome, that it's just identifying where I'm still at and where she is still at. There were no words exchanged. She was at a pretty good distance from me. I could see her. I would run, she would run faster. It cannot be more obvious where things are at with this. And I woke up, I suppose, frustrated, but it again is a validating circumstance to just let me know where things are truly at with this. In the comment section, somebody had mentioned false twin flames. If this is a false one, I would be shocked. I suppose just in some capacity I will find out, but I don't believe it. This person, my person, has awakened me, and that is an aspect I'm really trying to be more grateful for, while not hanging on to the struggle of it so much. And believe me, we are struggling. I am struggling. There are moments that I feel like giving up and saying screw it, but I just can't. And I'll talk a little bit more about that in a second. But I'm becoming more grateful of the fact that she has done this. And through the struggle and through the pain, I look back from who I was 4 months ago to what I've become now, and man, oh man, like it is a profound difference in the person that I've been. More at peace with things, very accepting. Things that used to spin me up don't really nearly as much anymore. Making these videos, trying to help out the collective and just speak on my message, talking to people as I go through this journey. And we all know that this is far more than just a breakup. So in that capacity, we understand what's going on. The majority of the people that we would call friends or family, I don't think would connect with this. Maybe, but I'm reluctant to discuss it anymore with people, because they just look at me like, and I don't bring up the fact that, twin flames or anything like that. I just bring it up from an emotional perspective, and I don't have any problem being honest with saying, I don't know why I'm still feeling the way I'm feeling, in a way I do, but to convey it to them so their 3D brains can understand this, I have to be a little careful with how I speak on this topic, because unless you're walking this path, you're not going to get it. And I would equate it again, and I bring this up often, to my dad's suicide. When I was going through that, people would often say, time heals, because they really don't know what to say to you or how to connect to it. It wasn't until I had a conversation with my uncle, who he himself found his dad after he shot himself, and he connected to me on a real level about it. So in that capacity, unless people are truly walking this path and their twin flame has gone a different direction, you don't understand the pain and the suffering that we really are going through. So I am doing my best to embrace it at all times. It is still hard. Keeping the negative thoughts at bay, keeping that looping at bay has been challenging. And here's where I'm going to spill into this area right here. Yesterday there was a point where I had to have a deep kind of conversation with myself, thinking, do I want to keep going on this route? And is this inhibiting my own growth by talking about this? Because, well, if I'm talking about it, I'm thinking about her. And so I struggled with that until this morning. I popped in my earbuds when I woke up, and the prayer happened to be about keep doing what you're doing, keep fighting, keep going forward. Things will work out as they should. So it was just a giant message to keep going with this, that while I'm struggling to, I suppose, or I guess I shouldn't say struggling, while I'm learning to love myself in this and forget about my ex, getting these things out and talking to people in the manner in which I am, and just judging by the comments alone, I believe is making a difference. And that is spreading a kind of love that we don't often, I suppose we don't often receive, because this journey is so lonely at times. And people in the comments earlier on some of my videos had mentioned the void. I understand what the void is. It's an emptiness that just doesn't seem like it will ever be filled. And I do feel that emptiness a lot of the time, because that partner in crime isn't next to me, but the reality is they really are. We're a split soul. They're always there. And it's why I will constantly connect that what I do for me will also benefit her. It's just sort of a knowing and an unknowing at the same time, if you follow what I mean by that. You know that you're putting in the work for yourself. It's unknowing if it's affecting them, but you feel it and you believe in it and you sense it and see it. So in that capacity, I really, well, that morning prayer really helped solidify that this is the right thing to be doing, and talking to all of you about this and growing through this process. And I'm getting enormous amounts of feedback on people that are teaching me lessons, especially people that have talked to their, or reconnected with their divine masculine and had the conversations with them about their struggle and what they went through. And one this morning, I took an actual screenshot of it, and I'm keeping, about ego death with the divine masculine and what they go through. They do not have an easy path, my friends. Their path is, man, well, after reading it, more so challenging than ours in many ways, because it's different. That ego death, the leaning on the 3D world to figure out that you are headed to 5D, that is a challenging process, because many of them turn to, call it substance abuse. They're not getting out in nature like we are. They're turning to partying, and I don't like bringing this up, but it's reality. Turn into other relationships that are just bad for them, staying in that toxic cycle, not thinking there's a way out, in and out of different relationships, etc., etc. So they've got their own struggle on their hands, and as we do too. And I'm not making light of that in any way, but just, we can't save them on this one. We can save us. We can save us. And at the end of the day, the hardest realization is this has nothing to do with reuniting with them. That cannot be the focus. The focus has to be on me, on you, on building something for us that is specifically for us. Again, I'm not saying I don't hope for a reunion, because I think we all have that really romantic idea in the back of our heads of running into them again. But the thing is, you guys, when that time comes, we may have grown, they may not have budged at all. So this is a tough reality. But I had to shift to last night when I was writing in my journal. I noticed that I almost wrote a full page, just stuff pouring out, and it wasn't necessarily me complaining. It wasn't necessarily me going negative, but it was me kind of whining to a degree. And it's like, I didn't write anything down about what I'm grateful for. I mean, God damn it. That's the kind of stuff that, sorry, just burped up my coffee. That's the kind of stuff that I have to pay attention to. I'm embarking on a brand new journey here, and something I need to be very grateful for. And most importantly, grateful for her for giving me the space to do this, and I believe she knew it. She was with a guy towards the tail end that was really down on himself, and I conveyed that to her and expressed that to her. So as much as I don't want to sit there and pretend that oh, it's negative, she broke up with me. No, man, this is a gift, and at some point, I hope all of you can see that and understand that too. In order to grow in a spiritual sense, this was so necessary. So hard, so challenging, but so necessary at the same time. So I just wanted to get on this morning and do, this video. It really didn't have a theme or a cause to it, and sometimes those are the best ones, as the thoughts just kind of pour out of me as I get to kind of channel this stuff through me and talk to you guys about it. Some great comments about the last video, which was an odd one. Especially, talking about the semen retention part of it. I did in that video put the link in the description about the blog that I had read about talking about sex with your twin flame, but not actual physical sex, sex in the 3D part. So that is posted on that video. That is the last video I put up, and I'm going to get this one created here and finish it up. But just wanted to have a little conversation with everybody out there, and I hope you guys are having a great morning. It is, what is today? September 7th? First day of school here for my little guys. So it's a new school year. It's a new year. It's a new season. I'm here for you guys. I know you guys have been there for me, and the comments prove that, but I love all of you. You take care.